Gravy, baby.
Welcome to Gravy Baby. What's up, my little gravy babies? Hello, I'm here with the illustrious DJ Lewis. We were recording for like 10 minutes. I think it's fine. Mark may leave it in. I'm going to leave it up to his discretion. He's a discretionary man. If you didn't catch me saying it, Carmen Rouse is not with us. She is in Cleveland this weekend. Please go see her. I'm in Portland. I guess I'll just plug now. I'm open for Trey Crowder at the Helium all weekend. When does this come out? Whatever. There's a show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. I think the late shows and the Sunday shows still have some tickets. DJ, buddy, how are you?
Tired, but I'm ready to party.
Tired, but I'm ready to party.
Yeah.
And by that,
huh?
I just said I feel that.
Yeah, my only real chore is the breakfast. I do breakfast on the Saturday, so that'll be the thing that I do, that I'm in charge of.
And if you don't know what he's talking about, because it's not Saturday when we're recording or when this comes out, he means that it's his chore for the weekend at Campathon.
At Campathon.
Is the rain broken yet?
It's here, yeah. It's here in a big way.
Is it going to go away for your weekend?
No, nah. We'll all be... Well, dude, we'll just be in the barn. Dude, we'll be in the barn. It's all set up in there so that they'll be playing music in the barn. We'll be all shoved in there. You know, there's couches and shit in there. It's a big barn. You seen it?
It's been a while since I've been to a barn party.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good time. And so yeah, that's it. What are you asking me for? Stop. Leave me alone.
What are you asking me for?
What are you? Huh?
I'm just having a conversation about your weekend on a podcast where we talk.
What about yours? What are you gonna do? Comedy?
I'm gonna do some comedy. I'm gonna walk around Portland. I really like Portland. I'm gonna go get some Russian food, although I think they are now officially a Ukrainian restaurant for marketing purposes.
Really? That's crazy.
Well, I think that they are Ukrainian. I think they come from the Ukraine. And then I think that they marketed themselves as a Russian restaurant just because if you're a restaurant and you say you're Ukrainian before the war, you wouldn't come up in searches. People don't search. People don't say, I want Ukrainian food tonight. They usually say, I want Russian food tonight. And that's like a big umbrella cuisine. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're like brotherly countries, dude.
Right. So, like, I don't think they were pretending to be Ukrainian because of some bullshit. I think they are Ukrainian. They were calling themselves Russian because it made more sense to market themselves that way. And then people were like, fuck you. And they were like, actually, we're the quote unquote good guys. Anyway, I don't care. I just gotta go get some goddamn pierogies and maybe a couple of drinks of infused vodka. I'm gonna do that. I've got to promote Wood Court. If you're gonna be at Bonnaroo, come to Wood Court. It's Saturday at 11 in Outeroo. We're gonna have a fun time. I've got some fun ideas. I was really trepidatious about doing this, but I've come around on it. It's either gonna be a fun nightmare or the best party in Outeroo at Bonnaroo. I've got to work on that. I've got to do some promo videos. I saw Arlo. Do you know Arlo?
I do.
Did you meet them when you came out to LA?
I did. No, I met them on the Zoom.
That's right. Yeah, there was a whole thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Arlo opened for Fred Armisen and Slater Kenny as the Ramones last night.
Rad.
And Arlo's set was rad. I'll be honest, I didn't hang around because I'm old and we're on the West Coast.
Heard that.
And Ramones, I'm glad they existed.
Would have been cooler to see when they were all alive.
Yeah,
when you go see the Ramones, and it's just one Ramone.
Well, this was Slater Kenny. It wasn't. It was no Ramones. Pretending to be the Ramones.
It pretended to be the Ramones. There was no Ramones involved.
There were no Ramones. This was a Ramone cover show where Fred...
I would have seen that, though. That's for Fred Armisen.
If I had any energy, I would have too, brother. You know what I mean? And like the set break was long.
What did you do with your energy? Why did you lose? But what did you do?
Well, they started... Well, I had left about 9:30. That's about 12:30 on my body.
Yeah.
and I had traveled since 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh, it was an all-day travel. Then they
All day travel. Didn't get a nap because I had some stuff to do. Anyway, boring reasons. I dadded it up, but it was just like a decision of like, if I stay here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start drinking alcohol with caffeine in it and set myself up poorly for the weekend. I'm just going to go home and go to bed. And I did do that, but I also ate ice cream and Doritos, so I felt about as bad as I would have.
What flavor Dorito?
Nacho cheese. Sometimes I go Cool Ranch. Every once in a while, I'll do the Thai, and every once in a while, I'll do spicy nacho. But for the most part, I like the classics, and I'm about a 70-30 cheese to Cool Ranch man. I like Cool Ranch better when I crave it, but I don't want it as much.
Yeah, I get it. I get
What about
it.
you?
I'm not a Doritos man at all. Not a Doritos man.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I am.
It's just funny because you asked the flavor like you were really interested. You had a whole bag on it.
Well, I was wondering if you were going to go for the new 10 grams of protein Dorito chip.
I forgot about protein Doritos, dude.
Yeah. I thought you were getting gains. I was wondering if you were going to get gains.
I'm getting gains. They've got protein deer pellets at my Walmart now.
Yeah, man.
They're trying to make the deer manosphere.
Yep. Swole ass deer is what we want.
Big necks.
Yeah, big necks. We want muscles in their antlers.
Well, because I was making fun of it, Smart Mark, not Smarter Mark, looked it up because that's the kind of brain he has. And apparently they do at least market it as this will make antlers bigger of the deer in your area.
That's so stupid. We just need to throw ourselves away. Just
We
throw it
should
away.
throw ourselves away. But how do we throw ourselves away without throwing the kids away? Thoughts?
You don't throw them away. You throw yourself away first, and there's no you to throw anything away. Once you're
But I
gone,
have to throw myself away first without throwing away some of the other people with me.
okay. So here we go. So this opens up a conversation. This opens up a conversation, and I don't know about you, but like I knew Massie was going to lose, and I knew why Massie was going to lose. Like why.
I knew why he would lose if he did. I think. I did not think he would lose.
Yeah, well, it's a super conservative, like super, and what they mean by conservative is like very Fox News older community, like older area. I mean, it is. It's just that the guys get on Fox News, they say, this guy's not a Republican. They go, huh, well, isn't that interesting? Oh, he'll work with AOC? He's a lefty lunatic now. So, they don't need any reason why. They don't need to look at a war that's driving them into poverty and giving away the future and fucking diminishing fucking. They don't have to look at anything like that. Foreign money they don't have to. They just say, oh, he's not a Republican. They're gone like that. Not say that they're whatever. They're just gone.
That makes a lot of sense to me. I think the counter argument, and Massie addressed this, and I think it was smart. I think what I thought is this is Rand Paul land. This is Massie land. This is a libertarian Eastern Kentucky sort of bent to things where they have shown a willingness to.
You're not showing a willingness. Look at you. You stop right in the middle of it.
I'd like to think that he's doing this.
Yep.
Just to hold our bated breath. All right, he's back.
Hey,
glad you joined us.
My brother called. No one ever called me, and I don't usually do this on my phone. And it muted my mic. He just got out of rehab, so he'll probably call me.
Oh, good.
We had to go for Kratom to keep his job because the rehab industrial complex is as evil as any other thing. I'm not suggesting my brother hasn't needed to go to rehab over the years, but anyway, what I was saying is I thought Eastern Kentucky had a libertarian bent. They've really been known to Tea Party it up in the past. This is the land of Rand Paul and Massie himself. So I thought that there was, if not a sophistication, a sort of with-itness that might carry him through the day with some of their Gen X right-wing voters. What Massie said kind of about that I think is smart is he said basically that he thought what I thought, but what he realized is what they actually liked about Rand Paul and Massie was that they seemed crazy and different. And when it comes to that, Donald Trump is best in show. And it was in a lot of ways it was showing some humility, in my opinion, of like, yeah, I thought these people liked me because of my ideas and my willingness to have a backbone. It turns out they like me because I seem nuts to some people. And if the game is who's nuts, I'm not going to beat Donald Trump at that game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's sort of like really kind of dark. What's the word I'm looking for? Nihilistic almost. Fuck it. You know, like, and that is, we have talked about over the last 3 election cycles that, like, people do seem to like that Donald Trump. People will be like, I like him because and they'll say these positive words, but at the heart of it, it's like, you just like a guy who hates everyone in the system.
Well, yeah, but it's mainly, he got 100% of the youth vote. He got like 100% of the youth vote. You know what I'm saying?
Trump did.
No. Massie did.
Okay, thank God. I'm not gonna lie, my heart went right here.
No. Massie got 100% of the youth vote. He basically got fucking. Also, man, I gotta say this, and I gotta, I wonder at what point do people start changing registering from like Democratic to just independent, so they can get involved in these types of races. If you got a Democrat that's just an establishment Democrat who's just might as well be like a fucking Rockefeller fucking Republican, you know what I'm saying? Then
yeah. I mean, I've been paying attention to the Athens elections because I'm moving there, and the guy who won the mayor race is a Dem, but like, he's not.
Yeah, right, exactly. So why am I even signing up? Like, if we can build coalitions together through voting, like if we really are talking about voting for the greater good, and you know what I'm saying, the lesser, if we're really doing all that, then like, how far does it go? Because like, if your idea of voting for the lesser either doesn't like cross over into a space which may or may not lead you to having to vote for a Republican to keep, this shiesty motherfucker out, then you know what I'm saying? And with a person like Thomas Massie, it's like, if you're living in that district in fucking Kentucky, like, you can get him, you can get an Andy Bashar, I guess, or like Bashir, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or you get one. That's like, you're not gonna get any better than that, dude. You're not. It's like, you know what I mean?
Bashir or than Massie?
Then the two. Those are like
one or the other. You're saying.
Yeah, right.
Let me say this, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, but this is how I feel. I mean, I think Thomas Massie would spike a school lunch out of a child's hand in an attempt to prevent the gays from quote unquote taking over. Like, I don't think that this guy is cool. I fucking hate him. The only way that I know of in a major sense that he's not been lockstep with MAGA and the right in the last 8 years has been Israel and the Epstein files. But what makes that extra sad is like 2 things. One, I see a lot of people who I think actually would hate Thomas Massie who are really sad about him losing, and they're calling him a patriot and all this stuff. And it's like, that's the bar in America. A, let's start with there, how sad that is. And then B, it's not. It apparently isn't the bar. Like, apparently you lose an election because you did that.
Because of it, right.
Because of it. And for people who maybe aren't keeping up, and I'm sure most people know a little bit about it, but like AIPAC and a bunch of outside interests spent a fuck ton of money backing the other guy. But at the end of the day, either, and I'm not discounting this first possibility, either they rigged it,
right,
because there was a lot more votes than there's ever been in that district. Of course, it got more attention. Or, if it is Democratic, AIPAC spends all this money, motherfuckers still got to vote for the other guy. Motherfuckers still got to go do it. So either you can buy an election or you can rig one.
Yeah, I mean, remember they did it a couple of years ago to Jabal Bowman and Cory Booker. I mean, they'll do it every fucking election. And here's to say a couple of things is like, I do think that Thomas Massie has some really fucked up, hurtful ideas. But I do think he's such a womp that like he would fucking want to constitutionally fucking amend these fucking titles for like, so he would have like a guy like him is like almost like it's not preferable, but at least the guy's about like doing things by the law and the Constitution. Like he like believes in that thing, which is
Yeah, when it
not
suits him.
fun. Huh?
When it suits him, but we don't need to get in the weeds about like what like it's undeniably, in my opinion, bad that AIPAC and Trump decided to just replace Massie and it worked. That a very popular, long-standing guy in a state can just be pulled like that because he wanted to make AIPAC register as a foreign agent. And that was the heart of it. And people talk about the Epstein files. I think that was part of it too. But I think mostly, go ahead.
Well, isn't it all part of the same thing? Isn't the Epstein class and like the lobbyists as a whole, like what is Israel other than a part of like the surveillance tech military? Like what is it other than another like super powerful functioning force of this?
Yeah,
And that goes into the Epstein too. It's all really one thing that goes into data centers and goes into fucking tech oligarchy and fucking surveillance and shit like that, and fucking war.
Yeah, regardless of like the darkness of what Epstein did day to day, how he did it, what he is someone who leveraged information and access to gain a lot of power and control people in government. And someone saying, I don't like that, at the very least, I don't like when they do it by fucking kids.
Right.
And then you replace him because he said that?
Yeah, that's why.
Is fucking dark.
Yeah, it's dark, dog.
And I think a lot of people care but don't know what to do. I mean, dude, I saw this gal that I kind of grew up with who's like, in my opinion, got some abhorrent beliefs.
Yeah.
She's pissed. She cares.
Yeah.
I don't think her and my leftist friends can put their differences aside.
That's the thing.
To defeat the power of the structure and the apathy and the ignorance of the center.
Right. See, if you had a middle center. Yeah, me too, man. Because if you had a middle block in places, like you had that, it's an anti-establishment block, but it's like an anti-imperial block. You don't have to call it that, but it's like, big tech, big fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with Occupy, we watched them dissolve the left through the culture war. And with the Tea Party, we watched them just co-opt all those people.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because a lot of those people were like Tim, what's that dude with the beanie? Tim Pool.
Tim Pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, been co-opted, right?
Yeah, he was one of the OG he was one of the OG guys at the Occupy movement. He's one of the first fucking people. It's crazy.
And then he was, had some, I would call Tea Party type leanings, and now it's so obvious that you co-opted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem with a libertarian, though, in my opinion, is libertarians will have this strong libertarian belief that makes them hate the system. But because by the very nature of being libertarian, which is like, take care of yourself, only worry about yourself, when the system is like, we will pay you to stop being that way, it's actually not really that hypocritical for them to say, okay. Because libertarianism was never a movement for most of them. It was a personal philosophy. And if you give me money, now I can have my little kingdom and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's one of the weird things that like anarchists and like libertarians have like this real, like, there's like this real like synergy between them. And you get to this one part where it comes to like, where should hierarchies exist, fucking different things about money, capitalism, things like that. And then it's just like a massive fork in the road, which is so wild. I mean,
I think you can be an intellectually honest libertarian and say, as long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care.
Right.
And that's why I fuck those people.
Right. Right, exactly. And that's what I was into. absolutely like, well, I can't fucking have we can't, but we could probably vote as a block on some stuff. But eventually you're going to be run into that scenario again where like people are going to want to, I don't know, like Democrats will hopefully want to, tax billionaires, or like they'll want to, I don't know, stop kids from being gay or whatever is on their thing. Fucking.
Well, the kids aren't allowed to come out as gay, but they can get fucked by a dude, and that's
it's a very Chinese way of fucking doing it, honestly. Right? Because like there's a big gay population, like clubs and stuff like that. It's not like they're like hunted down or anything. It's not like they just don't put it on the TV.
Yeah, no, I think it really, we make fun of the like as long as they don't bring it around me, but I do think some of that's sincere. I think some like it's gross. It's like gross to be like, God, just don't let me know, but like that's weird. Like people shouldn't have to be in the closet. But there is some sincerity when people say just don't bring it around me. That sounds hollow, but I think people mean that.
China does, apparently.
Interesting. I don't want to go there. A lot of people are like, I want to go. I don't want to. Because if it's like really is so much better than here, then I don't need to know about that. And then if it's not, like, whatever.
It's a fucking place. It's a place with robots and shit. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, thank you. I didn't know how you'd feel about that. Yeah, who gives a fuck, dude?
Dude,
I'm not saying I turn it down. I'm not saying I'm not interested in other cultures. It's just like, it's like it's the Chinese century. Okay, well, is that going to be better? Because I have had some Chinese electronics, and some of them were good and some of them were bad. Like, it feels 50-50 at best.
I just think that they're doing some rad shit by not doing anything. Like that move, I know I keep talking.
Yeah, dude.
I know I keep talking about it. But just taking them out to like see a tree. Like, look at this tree, dog. This tree older than your whole shit.
To catch some people up, China has been having foreign emissaries in very public settings come and visit Xi, the president. Is that his title, president? And they do big trades, and like he takes them to factories. And then when Trump came, he just made him look at some trees. And a lot of people, Trump was like, it was great, beautiful trees. But a lot of people are like, that dude kind of insulted you in a very Chinese way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he did. He told you your empire is falling. What is that? Because I can't forget the story. I know he mentioned it. The Lydius.
I was gonna say it's a Greek
right
story. I don't remember it either. Let's like say Palamedes.
Yeah. It's like it's like a theory that like out of all the empires that fell, there's always been one that like it ruined itself by trying to go after the upcoming empire. So yeah, it's like in history, it's always like that's the final death blow. Like China's basically, you ain't got to do that, dog. Come look at this tree.
Right. It's like a parable. To me, the analogy is like if the leader of the pride, the head lion, is about to be overtaken, all he's got to do is bend the knee, and the new alpha lion will accept him into the pride. But if he doesn't do that, he will be exiled or murdered.
Right.
Well, that's fun. It's fun that they're thinking that way. It's so like,
and then show you some trees. Yeah, then show you some trees that's older than your whole ass country. Oh, we're 250, bruh. Come look at these trees. You don't even want to see the sharks.
We have dynasties no one's ever heard of that last.
Heard of, dog. Bro, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, just sit down and you're doing good. Just keep commerce going. You don't fuck up, because you're gonna fuck up with China. All these civilizational states, dog, you think about it, man. Fucking Iran, old as fuck, right? Fucking China, old as fuck. Russia, old as fuck. I mean, fucking, these are real civilizations that have real history behind them. Like, long ass fucking history, dog. You know what I mean? And like, all these motherfuckers out here acting stupid. All these fucking, how old is Israel? Not even 100-year-old. We're just out 150 trying to whoop our dicks around. Bruh. Ain't nobody having that.
No, I mean, you're having that, but at the same time, all those dynasties and civilizations started somewhere. I mean, if
Well,
you
yeah, they've been through this.
don't, well, I was just going to say, if you don't give a fuck about people, and you do think in terms of that, I mean, to me, this is another example of us letting nerds take over the world and how bad it's been for us. If you're like a history nerd and you've gamified it, I mean, except like I think fully believes that like God and history are judging him, and his quest is to make America last for the next 10,000 years or whatever. And Israel is part of the key to that. And A, if you're going to do that, you're doing a piss poor job. But B, like, yeah, if somebody who thinks that way, it's not crazy for them to come to the wrong conclusion. Whereas someone who just thinks, like, hey, what's best for my people right now, it can't be fucking data centers, Palantir,
Right.
fucking with China, trying to start a war in Iran. It's not. Even if we came out on top, we're not going to. Even if we did, I don't think he cares that it's not going to be good for us in the short term.
Sure. None of these people do.
Yeah. They're insulated, or they think they are. But and that again gets me back to, yeah, Luigi. Like, however you feel about him or like that specific instance, the fact of a bullet hitting a body, just the sort of undeniability of that. You like, it's part of why I am conspiratorial about these assassination attempts. I think they are attempts. I think that they are attempts they knew were coming, and rather than shut them down, they let them carry on a little bit so that they could like get what they wanted out of it. I think that happened in both cases. I think they were legitimate people who were like, I'm going to kill the fucking president. I think the FBI or whoever found out about it, and they were like, let it ride for a minute so we can have a heroic moment. But that aside, it's why I don't think that they're that legitimate. It's because it would fucking scare you. Like, it would actually have an effect on you. Whereas, like, hey, a bunch of Americans are going to die. These people don't give a fuck. Whereas on the other hand, like, you're going to die.
Right.
They do and they will.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel weird about that whole situation. I feel weird about the entire lone gunman situation altogether.
Have you tried manning up?
Well, hey, also there was another guy who was who drove his car up to Mar-a-Lago up the driveway. Remember, and had a car full of guns. They shot the shit out of him. Nobody ever talks about him though, because he was like, "You betrayed us, you fucking motherfucker." So they don't ever talk about that guy, but they talk about the other two fucking losers.
I think
three losers, so it's 4 times.
I think it's emboldened Trump.
Yeah,
on a personal level. I don't think it had any effect on his politics, but I think on a personal level.
Now I've just got this little mark that I can talk about all the time.
Yeah.
Now I got this shit I could talk about all the time. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate the good hard work you're doing out here.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you know that Luigi is like pen pals with Patrick Bet David, and like they talk and like.
Who is that again?
Oh man, nobody knows. It's so great that nobody knows who this is. I think he's an Iranian, actually. I was gonna say Lebanese, but I think he's Iranian. He runs Valuetainment. It's like him, and like they're conservatives, and they're like big Trump supporters, and they're like supporters of the war against Iran, and they're like, big Israeli guys. One of the guys keeps on going on to Pierce Morgan and getting like fucking dominated by Dave Smith. I don't know why he keeps doing that.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Whoa, what? Sorry. There's a call.
DJ's got a situation we are assessing currently at the moment.
It's all good.
Dogs are barking. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Luigi's like, this is the best. He wrote one of the best books I've ever read, and like he's reading his books, and he's like,
yeah, I'm not trying to get anyone to I don't know.
What I'm saying is,
say that
it's a good
Luigi's the
concept.
best guy ever. I'm saying that I'm a fan of the possibility of violence actually having an effect on
Okay,
people
you
who
are, but think about the standard of person, the quality of person who's been doing this. If we look back, let's just say these four: the Ryan Roots, the Butler, that kid.
Yeah, we've been correctly taught not to murder people. I'm not even necessarily advocating violence. I'm acknowledging that the possibility of it is a lot more effective for a psychopath than saying, "Don't you understand? You're going to get a lot of people killed." Versus, "Hey, if you keep doing this, you're going to get killed." That's just factually way more effective for a psychopath.
Yeah, I think so. And it's cooler. It's cooler for a psychopath to go. We like to see that. We don't like to see thousands of people dead. We just like to see one psychopath murder another psychopath. That's fun. That's good stuff.
I may have told you this. I may not have. That was Stavi's joke about it when I opened for him. I don't know if it's going to be on a special or not because now the time's passed so much. So I don't hope I'm not giving anything away. But like, he was just like, dude. Sometimes it's just rad. Like it was kind of kicked ass if a handsome dude shoots a guy, disappears on a bike, and then turns himself in at a McDonald's. Like there's something mystique. There's some mystique there.
Yeah, right. You don't want to know you don't want to know behind the story. I just want to enjoy this for what this is. But are we TVizing? Are we televising this too much? Like, is this?
Yes, we can't do it any other way. Our brains are fried, dude.
It's not great. It's not a great way to be, is what I'm saying.
It's not a good way to be, but like that's like the thing that's among the things we've got to table till we figure this other stuff out. Like the same way that the trans homie's gonna have to vote with, if we're gonna do it by voting, the guy with the rebel flag. We're gonna have to table how broken we are when it comes to seeing ourselves on screen and TV, internetifying, WWEification of everything. We're going to table that because the robots are learning how to dance the moonwalk.
Sure.
And they're about 3 years away from having a robot that can just like beat you up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. China's got swarms where they got like a robot leader, and then there's like 6 swarms of like drones that go in with them. It's crazy. Now how lethal is
We're going to be honest about mistakes. Pretty cool. I mean, like awful, scary. I don't like it. I guess watching this stuff play out kind of makes me understand Marvel movie fans.
Yeah.
Because it's like the movie's objectively awful, and what it's doing to culture is objectively awful. You cannot be intelligent and awake and not agree with that. But you're just kind of going, yeah, but I like it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like robots and drones. I don't, but it's just like it does look
pretty
like
cool.
Video game.
Yeah, dude. Watch a video. They're doing karate. They're doing with swords. They're doing karate with nunchucks. Robots. Yes.
Don't send me that video. I don't want to watch
it. I will.
Don't do it. Hey, does it have a Zen in?
Yeah, I do.
If you send me a robot doing nunchucks with a Zen in,
okay.
And maybe there's a hot tub behind him.
Yeah.
While he's doing it.
Yeah.
Be pretty cool. Can you give the robot a barbed wire tattoo?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then like half a tribal over here, like one of those tribal that's only half done.
Or maybe I'm showing my age. Maybe I'm showing my age. Maybe just a Monster Energy neck tat.
I like it.
Cookie Monster pajamas.
Dude, you know what? This kind of I've told that story here before. But listen, that's what happened when fucking what you're describing is what happened when what was that band? There's a girl and the guy. I think you freaky in that. What is that song?
Oh yeah, that's the art word.
Yeah, they had that movie Chappie, and what they did to their robot is what you're talking about.
And that makes sense.
It does make sense, dude. Yes, it does
It's
make
still one of the
sense.
best live shows I've ever seen. My understanding is that he is a rich kid, culture vulturing. But I think if you're not from the country, someone's culture vulturing, and you just have no idea, you can still just be like, look, he did it. He pulled it off.
It's fine.
Yeah, Garth Brooks tried to be Chris Gaines. It didn't work, but somebody made something like that work, and apparently it was the R Word. That show fucking blew my mind.
Yeah. Dude, sometimes you just have
and I like you a lot.
yeah. I think what we're talking about is like you sometimes you have to like keep the illusion. Keep it to enjoy the
Okay.
show. You have to keep the illusion to enjoy the show. You know what I mean?
Suspending disbelief to some extent. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, to some extent. Not
I
in
think
such a way that you've got blinders on, but like
I'll make the point from a different point of view. Sometimes, in spite of the blinders that everyone's watching, even if you took them off, it's objectively good. It's objectively done well. It's objectively cool. So,
okay.
so, dude, I don't know much about special effects, but I have to assume that the people who made the Marvel movies did a great job on them.
Right.
Objectively, you know what I mean? And like the way that they developed the myth, I'm sure that those myths were laid out in terms of the story and the plot by some of the best storytellers available in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's like when you see a great commercial.
Yeah.
It's worse that it's good, but it's still good. It's still well done.
Yeah.
It's worse that the Chinese look cooler than us when they kill us at war, but they still are going to.
So here's this question. So we're talking about suspending disbelief, right?
Okay.
I told myself I wasn't going to talk about any of this stuff, and now here I am. But because
why do you tell yourself that? What is that exercise?
I don't. Yeah. I don't.
Where's it come from? Is it like feeling like you're going to dominate the conversation or make it?
No. Just not because people get enough of it, and you don't have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, well, I'll try to make it brief then. You go ahead, and I'll try to like pull us out of it in a minute.
Okay, just talk about so, and it did none. And I want to preface this: this doesn't matter. None of it. Nobody. Everybody's opinion is wrong, and everybody's opinion is right on this. In my opinion, on this subject. But I only have one way of a perspective to look at it. Right.
Okay.
It's like this whole like people were arguing about AOC and Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Okay. And this is about suspending your disbelief, right? So I was like, I saw Sam Cedar and Ryan Graham talking about it, and like the conversation kind of eventually just kind of made me mad because like what I see are these people who are consistently trying to make points to their viewers, right? And to get them knowledgeable and stuff so that they can go out and talk. When you have someone like MTG or like Thomas Massie out here giving points to their people that you can meet on, it's not a bad thing. Regardless of how crazy she is, no matter how crazy MTG is, you know what I mean? It like if she's making a point to somebody, to a group of people that I can use to build a coalition or to build camaraderie with on some level, on some subject, be it data centers or whatever, right? Then like I'm thankful for that fucking for her contribution. And that's it. It's not and I find it insulting when people like when they go to attack each other on shit like this and like when they make these arguments, it's like you know your job is not to tell me what the fuck to believe or like I shouldn't believe her or nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. I feel like I don't know, this lady's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a viewer, I find it insulting to be like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways,
it does. I don't think they're doing it. Well, let me not project. Let me just talk about myself. I feel like I'll say something like, Marjorie Taylor Greene was right about that. You know, I mean, she's fucking crazy. I don't think that's like because I think you don't know that. I think it's like in my head, and maybe it's not conscious. I'm like, I hope everyone knows I know that.
Right.
I hope I don't get caught just saying the first part, and then people think that I don't know or that I don't care about how awful she is.
Right.
There was this thing that went viral with Tucker Carlson having that interview with the lady from the New York Times.
Sure.
And he's dog walking her.
Yeah.
On a moral argument.
Yeah.
And I wrote in the comments, hey, if you're having a hard time figuring out how Tucker is the bad guy here, and I put parentheses, I think, because he is a very bad guy. It's because he's not. He's a very bad guy, but doing genocide is so bad that it's worse than Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
And that's really not that hard to understand unless you work for the fucking New York Times, apparently.
Yeah.
I think people do it to sort of insulate themselves from like hey, I know Tucker's bad. And part of the reason I want to lay that out when I make the point that he's right here is kind of to drive home the point that he's right here.
Yeah.
It's to prevent the New York Times and their supporters on this issue from trying to camp me with a guy who's talked about great replacement theory.
Right.
It's like I need to preemptively shut that down.
Right.
So that you don't straw man me into a corner here.
Yeah.
I know. So it's not to insult you, I don't think. I think it's like a defensiveness. I'm not saying that doesn't make it mean it's necessary. Like, to your point, I think you just live in a world where you can be like, yeah, Tucker was right about that one. And then if somebody goes, what about, you go, well, I wasn't talking about that, but he is wrong about that one.
Yeah, for sure. It also goes into, you just reminded me, it also goes into like, dude, it doesn't matter how much you try to come to AOC's defense, dog, what happened. It's in her plate now. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, people are judging her. People are gonna judge her. She was walking around with Biden, holding hands, talking about we're working every day to get a fucking totally bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
She voted for
right.
AIPAC having to register as a foreign agent.
Right.
But I think maybe to your point, maybe that's what you're saying. If you stop explaining why you say Tucker Carlson was right in that argument with the New York Times lady, if you just say, well, he was right. I'm not,
Right. Exactly.
Maybe you can get away with it later too with the AOC thing where you go, AOC's right about what she's saying about unions. And someone goes, what about the fact that and you're like, yeah, she was wrong about that.
Exactly. And it's just that simple. And now today is voting day, and we've got to make a decision. Well, which one do you think is going to be better directly for because in no case do I think that like a Richie Torres is great for their district. They're not. That's not what they're there to do. They're not there to be good for their district. Do I think that Marjorie Taylor Greene would probably be the best for her district? Unfortunately, right now, probably. I haven't seen any better, even in the Democrats. It's crazy to say.
I don't think that's crazy to say. I think it's pretty undeniable how effective she's been in some capacities. That's part of why you get so mad
she's talking about healthcare and all kind of other shit. And it's not a matter of like, I think she's fucking nuts.
Well, I think that's part of what makes it so infuriating. Like when you refuse to vote for making AIPAC a foreign, like that, you could make some change if you would, but maybe they'd kill her, dude. That's the other thing. Sometimes I'm like, I always act like this happens in a vacuum, but I'm not saying this is an excuse. You signed up for the gig, but sometimes I think it's not just like, hey, if you'll do the wrong thing, we'll make you rich. Sometimes it's, if you don't do the wrong thing, I will ruin your fucking life. And if you don't have the stones to say who cares, then you shouldn't be in public office. But that's not reality. The reality is people with stones don't even want to be in public office.
What are you there for? To make
personal gain, brother. Or just this weird fucked up thing where you always thought you should be in charge. And it had nothing to do with your care for other people or even your vision of the world. It's how you feel about yourself.
Right.
And that is fucking crazy to think about.
Dude, it's also crazy to think about right now, like in a situation, if you had like an AOC who you knew was gonna support at some level, like help unions and help organize like different people, but she was gonna be bad on Israel. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of choice is that to make? Like, listen,
I mean, a tough one.
yeah.
But
And I say Israel, but when I say Israel, I mean the military-industrial complex, the tech world. I think that it's
you
all the
also mean
same.
lines in the sand, I think, man.
Huh?
I think you mean lines in the sand.
Yeah.
I think you also mean like it's like the military industrial complex, big tech, and then also like your relationship to that. Is it so strong, for lack of a better word, that you're okay with genocide? That you're okay
Yeah.
with spying on Americans and just stealing the
Yeah.
electric grid from people who
Yeah.
need it, so you can make some dude billions of dollars and then raising the family.
Yeah.
Like if that's, it's hard. It's hard to be like, well, yeah, it's hard to accept. Okay, but both candidates are going to do that, so let's pick the one. It kind of feels like we've gone back to paint a rainbow flag on the bomb.
Right.
It's just really hard to accept that as the system. And that's where I get back to, it is fun to think about a hero with a gun.
I just don't think they exist.
I agree with you. Thanks a lot, DJ.
I totally think that is a fantasy that everybody needs to guess. There is not going to be. Well, there was that one guy. Who's the guy that killed all the cops? Who was a cop that went on? He was.
I don't remember his name, but I never thought. To be clear, my fantasy isn't and never was.
Doran. That's it. That was it.
To be clear, my fantasy isn't and never was a person. It was like the idea that power only responds to power, and as soon as we all kind of wake up to that, I do think we would be better off. But I every time I get into this, I feel like I'm in danger of sounding like I'm promoting violence against the government or particular government employees or officials, and it's like that's illegal, so I wouldn't do it. Let's do something fun.
Yeah.
Let's change gears, because I think I now know what you meant earlier, and it's not your fault. It's not fair for you to be like, I didn't want to talk about this because I feel like I always do. It's like, it's not you. It's just how it is. But like, yes, we have now spent the better part of an hour kind of just in the deep machinations with, I can only remember maybe one funny part about how, just fuck things are internationally and at home in politics.
Well, I mean, yes, how to fix them really is really what we should be focused on. We should be focused on the merging. We should be
okay. Well, this is dark and sad, but my honest opinion, and I'll let you give me your spiel, but just get mine out of the way. I don't think we can, not right now. And I think what we need to focus on, is the people around us and how to combat what's coming, because it's coming.
Right.
And if that makes me
less fun,
what?
A big bummer at parties.
I don't think that makes me a big bummer at parties. In fact, I think you're the bummer at parties if you're like, we gotta organize and vote. I'm out there just like, hey man,
I'm not saying we gotta vote. Voting is the least thing you do. But if you change, you can't be as strategic of a voter if you're pinned down as a fucking Democrat. You can't, because like, you know how voting works. You've done it before. Listen, we don't have to talk about this anymore. Let's be done with this.
You had any good cigarettes lately?
I'm not smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes.
I know. I was just felt like a thing to ask because I understood.
Oh, did you? Which one was it?
I was probably an American Spirit. It was more just like getting off the plane, out of the airport, out of the Uber cigarette, like getting to a place where you weren't really allowed to smoke for so long, and now you are. That's a good cigarette.
Man, don't start smoking. Stop. Those away. You're the only person I know who had a kid and started smoking immediately.
I started smoking. Yeah, that might be fair. I mean, it makes sense, dude. To have a kid and the world's coming in. That's two good reasons to need a break.
Let me tell you something. As soon as the shit goes down, I'm going to get a pack of cigarettes, and I'm having a cup of coffee, and
let me tell you something. It's going down. Like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? What do you mean? It's going down, brother.
No, it's not. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're fucking up.
You mean as soon as it's over?
I mean the best way to navigate through it. Drew, I didn't want to talk about this anymore.
I tried to talk about cigarettes, dude.
But that made me feel like the world was ending when I started thinking about dude, I would take a massive shit. Let me tell you something, dude. A cigarette and a cup of coffee, and I will blow the toilet off the fucking out of here, dude. Blow it out.
I've said it before, and I'm sure people have heard me say it, but it bears on this conversation, man. If they could bottle how good it feels to take a massive shit, I would lose my family and then eventually my life. I would chase that dragon to hell and back.
Yeah.
But I think part of what makes it so special, and I'm sure this is true of this is definitely true of other drugs, eventually it doesn't feel like the first time, right? What makes a great shit so special is that by definition, you cannot do one every day. By definition, it can only come maybe 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
But my God, when you get one, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 different kinds, and I don't know, people don't like it because it's gross, whatever. I don't have to give the details, but we can talk about how there are 3 or 4 different kinds, because there's a kind where it comes out quick and your whole soul's on it, you're fighting for your life, and the only good part is the end. But then there's the kind where it feels good the whole time. You feel how great it's going to be. It is great, and then you feel great.
Yeah. Dude, can you imagine making it all the way to president status, but like there's all the good shits are behind you. You're just crapping, messy, disgusting crap, and then you're wearing a big diaper. Like you've made it, you get all the money you can accrue cannot give that back to you. That feeling of a good shit.
Dude, that's really sad and depressing to think about, reaching an age where they're all behind you. You better fiber up. Everybody, you better fiber. Me and DJ disagree on whether or not it's time to smoke cigarettes. I think it is. He thinks it's not quite time yet. But we both agree that it is time to fiber up, baby.
Yeah.
Organic. Put them in some water, dude. Mix them up with your fucking yogurt in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
Buddy, yeah, I love to poop.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of dirty diaper precedents, did you see that he said he's probably not going to go to his son's wedding?
Can't blame him.
I can't either, but I want to point out, and I wasn't the first one to do this, that he goes to strangers' weddings all the time. Like when he's at Mar-a-Lago, they have a wedding there, probably 3 or 4 a week, and he will often wander into them. So he goes to weddings all the time of strangers and is not going to go to his son's wedding. I don't. This just
He probably just likes to look at the decor and see what kind of dress. He's so gay.
He wants the attention.
Oh, he wants the attention. Okay.
He is a gay man. He wants to be the bride, dude.
Oh, yes, he does. He's so jealous. He's over there in the corner just thinking about how beautiful. Really might have been one of the greatest entertainers of our lifetime if he had just went into that.
He tried.
He tried. He tried.
He really is. I hate to say this, kind of one of one. I guess in scale, I've definitely met people like him before, but in scale, he's one of one.
Yeah. Yeah.
A talentless narcissist who somehow, the talent that they have is their ability to enforce their will upon the world in spite of not having the juice, not because they have the juice.
That is kind of like what it is, like a person who's all their taste, everything that they is just kind of shit. It's your fucking instincts are kind of shit, but like you've got a fallback. So it's like you can kind of just bumble around and like the things that other people think are good and not really have any kind of like outside interest, like not it. This is like when you talk to people about music and they, there's always going to go this space where it gets kind of quirky and like independent and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, out of the realm of normal, just people understanding. It's like you never hear him say anything about that, about whether it be about opera or about talent or about anything. It's like always like Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's like these very, very famous people with these very, very Americanized kind of operas and like musicals. Is like Pavarotti and all this. It's not ever like some like strange guy that you've never heard before. It's like, oh, you fucking into this? And he's like, I know, I'm in there in the very,
Yeah, because it's all, what's the word I'm looking for? Curated. His personality.
Curated. Right.
And not based upon what he likes, based upon how he is going to be viewed by people. Which is in the day and age, which is social media.
Right.
As a personality. But it's so uninteresting.
It's
which
so
is what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
He's one of one in that way.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? So like just like he's doing the White House with like that white and gold shit, all the McMansions around here, like the people who have like the chicken houses and like, different types, all their shit looks the same. It's that same weird white with weird gold trimming. It's fucking, they all like the same shit for whatever reason.
Yeah. And then the generation down from them all do farmhouse simple, and he calls it beige girl summer, where every house looks like a fucking Airbnb.
Yeah,
dude. The art in this hotel room. Hopefully this doesn't blast your ears too much when I move it. Look at this shit.
Oh yeah,
it's Airbnb art.
Yeah, it is.
All right, well, we gotta go. We got to let our producer off the hook from all his producing. I think I said it at the top. I'm in Portland all weekend. I'm going to be at Bonnaroo doing wood court. Come see me if you're going to be around at 11 on Saturday. The weekend before that, like June 5th and 6th, I'm hosting something for the CMA Fest at the Sony Music Tent. I am very excited at the possibility of enjoying myself there. I'm very trepidatious at the possibility of having a terrible time. I'll tell you this, DJ, if I'm having a terrible time, I will make some jokes about it. I'm emceeing an all-day concert.
Oh. That's fun. Do you have to do jokes in between each time?
I'll tell you this, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I mean, and if they tell me I have to, probably gonna be at the expense of the band if they're not very good.
Yeah. I hope you get to hear some good music, man.
I do too. Like I'm not, stuck up about it. I don't think I can be for sure, but like I'm hoping to really enjoy some of these emerging artists from Sony Music or whatever. I just have a feeling I won't enjoy all of them.
Well, I think you will.
Okay. All right. Bye everybody. It goes down in the Discord.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like